Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So while this is the biggest year of boxing ever, we are only at the half mark, basically, in July. It's crazy because before the year is over, we're still going to see Devin Haney again. We're going to see Shakur Stevenson again, Lomachenko, and the return of the face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, when it comes to Shakur Stevenson is supposed to be the mandatory. He's supposed to be the lightweight mandatory, the WBC mandatory, but the way Shakur Stevenson is talking, I don't think he's that interested in fighting against Devin Haney, because if he was, all he has to do is activate his mandatory, and he would force Devin Haney to either vacate the belt or fight him. And we all heard Shakur recently say that he's not fighting for 25%, but he didn't really tell people what he will fight for, what he's willing to fight for. And most importantly, he never contacted Team Haney or contacted their people to tell them, look, this is what I want. This is what I want so we can make this fight. That's called negotiating. You go high, I go low, right? That's called negotiating. So there's a very good chance, since Shakur is not really that interested in fighting against Devin Haney for all of the belts, which means if Shakur Stevenson's next opponent is not Gervonta Tank Davis, he's definitely going to be making less money than he would have made against the undisputed champion Devin Haney. So if Shakur Stevenson is not fighting against Devin Haney next, the only option, the only realistic option that makes all the sense in the world is him fighting against Vasyl Lomachenko, the man who's supposed to still be considered ranked number one. So you would have ranked number one against ranked number two fighting in a title eliminator, because Devin Haney has not vacated the belt yet. So it would most likely be a title eliminator. So that's the fight that makes the most sense. It would really be great to get a side-by-side comparison of how Shakur Stevenson would do with Lomachenko after we've seen how the Devin Haney-Lomachenko fight played out. But according to sources and the way Lomachenko has been talking, it sounds like Shakur, he's not interested in a Shakur Stevenson fight at all. I think Loma feels personally that a Shakur Stevenson fight would be more difficult than the Devin Haney fight was. Which means if Lomachenko truly does feel that way, the fight that they're most likely going to try to make over there on ESPN, and a fight that, of course, Lomachenko would love, would be Lomachenko against George Kambosos. George Kambosos just signed with Top Rank, and it seems to me like Top Rank, they signed him with that idea of matching him up against Vasyl Lomachenko. George Kambosos, he makes his return against a guy named, I think, Maxi Huge or Max Huge, something like that. It's a guy with 5 losses, which is like a perfect type of comeback return bout for George Kambosos. You guys have to remember, George Kambosos originally, he was targeting Lomachenko. He did not want to fight Devin Haney. Because Lomachenko, he chose to fight in the Ukraine war, that pretty much forced George Kambosos to take the Devin Haney fight. We've seen how that played out. Now, George Kambosos, he can get what he always wanted, which is a fight against Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, while we would all prefer Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko, or maybe even Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney, I will tell you guys, I still believe Lomachenko versus Kambosos is a great matchup. It's the battle of the biggest losers, and the winner of that fight will most likely be in position to fight for a vacant title. So I truly believe once George Kambosos gets past Max Huge, he will definitely go after Lomachenko, and Lomachenko, he will welcome that fight with open arms. Let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Lo-Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.